All right, welcome back to another Beer with a Queer. Very exciting. This is the end of, that's weird. This is the end of Black History Month. That's not why it's exciting. I really painted myself into a corner with how I was saying that. We're exciting. We're back. This is the end of Black History Month. So we are continuing with our theme of queer, black, trailblazers, excellence, all of that. And in fact, on this last one, I wanted to make sure we gave tribute to black-led or black-owned breweries. And fun fact, right here in town, Green Bench Brewery, one of the co-owners and the head brewer is Chris Johnson, and he is African-American. So we're celebrating him today. Bench Life from Green Bench. I don't know, it's a lager, it's premium. You know I like some premium, so let's try it. Ooh, it's foamy. That's like the worst beer review ever. It's foamy. That's tasty. It's a tasty beer. They give you 3 things to do with it. You crack it, drink it, recycle. So, you know, did it, doing it, and will do it. So we're going to cap off Black History Month with one of the more iconic queer black icons in history, and that is James Baldwin. James Baldwin, born 1924, died in 1987. Contrary to what you're thinking, was not one of the original Baldwin brothers. In fact, very different than those guys. All right. You may know him. He's an author. He's outspoken in queer education, in rights. I have notes. He's well known for his 1955 collection of essays, Notes of a Native Son, and his 1956 novel, Giovanni's Room. And Giovanni's Room became such a critical acclaim and so on because it had themes of homosexuality and bisexuality in it. Also, it was the only book he wrote that had all white characters. What a shock. A black queer guy finally gets some notice when he puts all white people in his book. Way to go, America. All right. And the interesting thing about him is back in the 60s and 70s and in the 50s even, he wasn't just focused on representing the black experience, which, as we've talked about, a lot of the people prior in that time frame knew that they had to hide who they were in order to help the civil rights movement. But James Baldwin focused on the fact that he wasn't just black, he was black and queer, and he kept focusing on both of those issues and both of those rights in America. And that's the coolest thing about him. So, to finish off this Beer with the Queer, we are going to listen to and look at a couple of his quotes from back in the day and see how they interpret today. So these are things James Baldwin said either in his notes, in his essays, in his books, or even in interviews. So Life Magazine, 1963. 1963. James Baldwin said, "Your path and your heartbreak are unprecedented in the history of the world. But then you read." And I love that, especially in this day and time in Florida. Are you kidding me? The thought process behind that is like, nothing hurts you right now more than what's happening to you and this heartbreak and all this horrible things in your life. But then you read and you realize you're not alone. You realize there's more out there for you, like you, that you're not an individual, but you can be a part of a group. And that is one of the things that is so damning right now in Florida with the banned book stuff. Reading is important. It is, all right, kids, what is reading? Fundamental, but different kind of reading. I mean, both readings are fun. But that's why it's so important right there. All right. Next one. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it's faced. And that just kind of makes sense, right? Like, you're not going to change the world, but you're not going to if you don't try. So keep trying out there. All right, two more for you. Neither love nor terror makes one blind. Indifference makes one blind. And that's just kind of the obvious, right? See something, say something. All right, you guys get it. Last one. Those who say it can't be done are usually interrupted by others doing it. And I don't think he meant like the guy trying to say the quote, I don't think that can be done, got interrupted by two people doing it. You know what I mean? Doing it. Talking about sex. You hear doing it? All right. I think he means that if you want something done, stop being with the naysayers of saying that can't happen and just do it. All right. Anyway, we're finishing with James Baldwin. He is prophetic. Look him up. His quotes, what did I say, 1963? So we are going to, oh my God, we're all so old. 60 years ago, still stand true. So please, James Baldwin, happy Black History Month, everybody. Happy Beer with the Queer. And try Green Bench. All right, support local.